Alpha Nerd Entertainment. What is going on, guys? Steve here from Alpha Nerd Entertainment. Welcome back to another No Death Run review. Today, I'm doing 1992's Power Blade 2! Come on, guys, let's go! Come on! Stage 1. Okay, so I don't even want to talk because I don't want to spoil the awesome song that is this song and my favorite song in the whole game. I also want to point out how I like how this level opens up from going from the right to the left. How incredibly original. You know, so many games, it's like it just was just a standard to start from the left and go to the right. Power Blade 2 said, fuck that, we're starting from the left and going to the fucking right. So let's just talk about the level design and how this game works before we dive into anything else. As you look at the bottom, you'll see area 3 of 7. So the first level has 7 areas. I kind of really like that it lets you know that. It gives you an idea of how far you gotta go to reach the boss. Complete those 7 areas and reach the boss. So I do want to immediately talk about the sprite change from Power Blade 1 to Power Blade 2. Great change. He no longer runs like a jackass. He looks so much more like the guy on the title screen that they use with the blonde hair, the glasses, you know, a real Arnold representation. The blue jeans and black beater just stand out a lot better. And him as a sprite just looks a lot better. So seeing as I'm taking all this time to talk about the sprite, really struggling to get through this easy part right here. So get the burger! Bloody hell. Let's do the GamePro magazine review, as we always do. The graphics. Well, I just mentioned how good the sprite looks. So that sprite change is already really good. However, this is a late release game brought out in 1992. Darkwing Duck was also released in 92. You look at the difference in graphics between these two games, it's pretty clear which one looks significantly better. Now, the graphics are not bad in this game, but they're definitely not great. And then I'm going to give them a 3.5 out of 5. I like them. There's definitely a charm to them, but they're a little bit dark and not the most amazing. There's parts of it that look really good, and it still has that traditional NES charm, but they're not fantastic. 3.5 out of 5. Wow, that was perfect. That was pretty perfect. As we get the new suit. So we got our first Power Blade suit. A change from the first game is that they corrected something I didn't like about the first game. If you watch my No Death Run of Power Blade, I talk about how I hate the fact that the Power Blade suit only takes 3 hits, especially when it resembles and models a RoboCop outfit. Therefore, a heavily armored suit that took less damage than yourself in blue jeans and a black beater. They corrected that in this game. Now your power bar remains the same. My power bar in beater and blue jeans is the same as my power bar in the Newt suit, which the Newt suit can climb across walls. Now here's the interesting thing, you got an energy meter. That energy meter determines how long you can use that Newt suit for until it runs out. Run out of energy, can no longer use the Power Blade suit or suits. Great change, phenomenal change. So let's just talk about the sound. Sounds awesome. They keep that Power Blade tradition alive with really good music. Now, the first game has better music overall, and I am disappointed that as this game progresses, in my opinion, no songs match this song. This is a really crunchy, smooth grooving. This is baby making music right here. It's dirty. It's hot. It's provocative. It's a good tune. But unfortunately, the music does go downhill after this. and it's not as good as the first game's music, though it's still very good, and the sound effects are also very good. So I'm going to give the sound a 4 out of 5. The controls are actually even better than the first Power Blade. You'll notice he has a slide now, which adds to your character's control. Also adds to the fun factor. It allows him to slide over little gaps like that. It allows you to pass through certain areas quicker. With multiple Power Blade suits at your disposal as you unlock them, as you progress through the game, the control is increased in this game. The control's already great in the first game. I believe I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. This time, it's getting a solid 5 across the boards. One last thing to talk about, and that is the fun factor. How fun is it to be able to switch to a nude suit like that? It is super fun. This game is really awesome, and I absolutely love it. I really love the first Power Blade, but honestly, this game ups the ante quite a bit. I don't think it's as hard, but then again, it could be maybe harder. It actually might be harder. I don't know. Regardless, I don't care which one's slightly harder than the next. They're both very fun, but I think this game is actually a little bit more fun. I'm going to give its fun factor a 4.5 out of 5, which I think is the same score as the first game. They're so similar in funness that they get the same score. They're both awesome. This boss is a hard boss, unless you play extremely defensive and stay back here and just time your shots. If you move slightly forward, that projectile will hit you every time. I don't know why. I don't know why being ducked there is safer than being ducked a foot ahead. But it's a really simple way to beat this boss. Otherwise, he's very difficult. He's got that barrier shield, and he'll shoot other barriers up around, and they do a ton of damage. Him touching you does a ton of damage. And of course, him shooting will open up opportunities for him to land shots. So, what is probably a hard boss for a new person walking in blind, doing this, he becomes idiot-proof. Okay, boss music. Again, like I said, the music's good in this game, but that first level's music, it's sad. I'm already disappointed to know that that provocative, crunchy groove is gone. Let's torch this place and get away! Yeah! Love it. Successful escape. I like that motorcycle. I like that you can select 4 levels. You don't have to play them level 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. You can choose between those first 4 levels. Those things spinning up atop are insta-kill. Do not touch them at any cost. They'll kill you immediately as I collect the burger. I do want to talk about down in the bottom corner there. We got the E, which stands for energy. They're energy tanks, like in Mega Man, only this time they don't improve your health. That's what the cheese wheel's for. I discussed the cheese wheel in the first Power Blade. Cheese wheel has remained the same in here. They brought the cheese wheel back. It increases your health. I currently already have 2 cheese wheels at my disposal. Now I'm about to miss an energy tank. Just missed my jump there. So,
Missed that.
so I knew I blew it.
That kind of sucks.
I make do.
That sucks indeed, but I can live without it.
In many ways, the energy tanks are even more important than cheese wheels. The energy tanks increase your energy bar so you can use those Power Blade suits a whole lot more. Now, because I know what to do, and basically being good at any video game comes down to a matter of knowledge over skill. Knowing what to do trumps everything in a game. It is more than half the battle. It's 90% of the battle. Just about anybody can put these input commands in and get through these levels if they know where to stand, when to shoot, when to duck, when to jump. And I know this, so I don't need to use the Power Blade suit as often as I want to. And I do that to conserve energy, because I want to make sure that I get to the later parts of the game and have lots of energy and lots of cheese wheels. As the Green Dog robots are back. Love those Green Dog robots. Whoever thought to give Green Dog's haircut on a robot is a genius. As we collect another energy tank. We got 2 apiece now. Huge leap out of the water. Now, we're gonna get the wet suit, which is the Power Blade suit for water. You got the Newt suit, which you get in the first level. Allows you to climb anything. Awesome. This level, you get the water suit. Fantastic. There's a lot of water parts in this game, and it swims like a dolphin. Really, swims fantastic, and he slides even better underwater. Every level has one of these dragon fights. This dragon is also in the first game as one of the bosses. You fight him every single level, defeat him, and you get a new Newt suit.
Brutal.
In this
Playing
case,
like shit.
the water one. Stage 3, you get the rocket suit. Let's rock it, which is my favorite suit. And then
So I've
stage
missed an
4.
energy tank, and I've had to use a life tank already. That's shit.
Yeah, I had to use a cheese wheel right there. It's all good. I'm kind of embarrassed that I had to use that cheese wheel so early, but whatever. Staying alive at all costs. But at stage 4, you get the Patriot suit. The Patriot suit has these 2 balls that spin around you, and they'll block enemies like that shoot projectiles. They'll go up and just block them, and then you can shoot. What's carried over from the first Power Blade is the Power Blade suit can shoot through walls. It's fantastic in the first game, and it's even better in this one because now you don't lose it after 3 hits. And you shouldn't, as we get another cheese wheel. See, still a good song though. Some might not like that slight delay when changing suits, but honestly, it only takes a second and doesn't bother me in the least. Can be a tricky spot. This thing only moves when you stand on it. Stand on it for about almost a full second and it'll start to move. Probably about a half a second. So here, obviously, you gotta duck. Don't duck and it's gonna move and you're gonna fall right in that fire. Don't get greedy and try to go too far, as you'll run into that fire and face an insta-kill death. It's generally quite easy, but simple mistakes can be made when going along this path. I like the HUD in this game too. Everything it shows down below there. Like, you know, it shows stage 2, area 6 and 8. Again, I love that it shows that. It lets you know that this level, stage 2, has 8 areas. 8 areas, and I am currently on the 6th. Very, very awesome music though. Like it's a weird choice because it's like I don't know if it really fits the game that well because you're going inside of these like futuristic skyscrapers, taking down enemies. And this is like, it's borderline sex music. It has a rhythm to it. Like, that's why I called the first song baby making music. Because it's very soulful. It has a lot of, like, I don't know, it just has that soulfulness to it. That kind of bump and grind beat to it. Yeah, it does. It has that bump and grind beat to it. This part can be tricky if you end up going too slow. And those robots that are invincible for a certain period of time, you want to dispose of them pretty quickly. I mentioned in the first Power Blade how most of the levels and the majority of the levels all take place outside. This one's, everything's inside. You are never outside for a moment in this game, and I kind of dislike that, but it makes perfect sense as you are going inside of these skyscrapers to take out all the enemies.
Stop doing that.
Any other Power Blade suit where this slid across, but the Newt suit is specific for climbing. Much like the first game, you can farm for burgers. And now you can also farm for energy. So on top of finding those energy tanks, you can find little energy power-ups, minor ones. There's one right there. Boom, filled it. So if I was using a Power Blade suit right now, it would slowly decrease the energy bar. Once it reaches 0, it'll automatically use another E-tank on its own. Unlike the cheese wheels, which you control by hitting select and using. What was removed from this game is the grenade. I guess grenade was traded off for energy. I guess they didn't want to overcomplicate it. There's the green dog robot. They're annoying in both games. Them popping up is very dependent on your up and down movement. Okay, switching to the water suit. It's power, shoot through it all. I'm taking a ton of damage here, but look, as soon as I start landing shots, ripped through them. Like, I took a ton of damage there, but man, you get that suit, you have lots of energy, nothing can stop you. Let's touch this place and get away! A successful escape. Alright, into the next building. I like the way that moon looks, too, in the backdrop. Here's another good song. This is a good song, too. Grabbing another energy tank. The game is quite generous with those. Again, like, both Power Blade 1 and 2 are relatively easy games, but they both pose their challenge. But it's like, I've just come to acknowledge that almost all video games, even the hard ones, it's all a matter of knowing what to do. Like, sure, there's games like Kid Chameleon and Dick Tracy and Battletoads that knowing what to do doesn't change much. Like, they're still very difficult, and I like that about them. But some games like G&G, or even Super G&G, very difficult games, knowing what to do is a big portion of the battle there. It's all about knowing where to stand, not knowing when to rush forward, knowing when to use power-ups, knowing when to farm. You know, that's the interesting thing about gaming is it's not necessarily so much skill as it is using your head as well, and you know, thinking outside of the box and having a plan of attack. You know, you can't just go rushing in like a fool. You know, like, I enjoy being fast and aggressive in games, but sometimes it's just not the best thing you can do. It works in some games and it doesn't work in others. Okay, we're going after the third dragon battle here. The first dragon's the hardest, by the way, in my opinion. It's just very fast. So after we beat this guy, we get the rocket suit. Awesome. Badass suit. So you can see now I've been using this suit for a little while and my energy's been draining. You've obtained the rocket suit. Let's rock it. Just conserving energy. Because that's the thing, like, regular Power Blade guy and his beater and blue jeans, he's still awesome. His boomerangs, still wicked. They still work the same as the first game. You get your power meter. When it's full, shoots further, rapid tap, shorter shots. Alright, here we gotta rock it through. This part's actually quite difficult. You essentially don't want to be flying when those things are spinning. Even if they're not spinning, they'll still instantly kill you. So, I just take my time here, flying over to another cheese wheel. Now, the reason I'm switching back and forth is just to conserve energy. As I stand there waiting for these things to stop spinning, it's going to eat away at my energy meter. So I kind of let it spin a little bit, switch to the suit, rinse and repeat. I'm going to land, switch back to regular Power Blade, save myself that amount of time, get ready for the rocket suit, still spinning. Don't want to fly when it's spinning, and then I fly. It's just, I save 10-15 seconds of wasted energy just standing there because I don't want to be in my suit right now wasting energy. as I'm wasting energy just standing here. Like, it just decreased as I spoke. So yeah, that 15-20 seconds I save could be the difference of my bar being empty and a quarter full right now. Because I don't want to have it automatically use that E-tank, because those are out of your control. It just dropped again. And we just got another one too. Like I said, the game's very generous with both cheese wheels and energy tanks, which I have 3 and 4 of. Yeah, I love this. This suit's fucking awesome, man. Like, you could tackle this area in so many different ways, but yeah, the rocket suit's the way to go for sure. Burger time. And now I'm switching because I'm at 1 sliver of energy. Because if I can kill a regular enemy, I can get some free energy. Let's see if it works out for me. There's some right there. Bam, perfect example. See, now I've conserved myself from using an energy tank. That was a part of the strategy. Very stingy with what I'm using, but you know, it comes down to I want to make sure I have that stuff for level 5 and level 6. And here we're on the last area now, area 7 of 7. We're just gonna pull out the nude suit here. Not necessary. You could rocket past here. You could just jump across, but it's just the thing. The rocket, you gotta learn to control the flying. So the nude suit just climbing he's never ever gonna fall. He'll never accidentally fall. He clings onto that shit. Awesome. Taking unnecessary damage there. You see, I'm gonna switch back now as my energy's getting low. I'm gonna farm a little bit of life. And I'm gonna farm a little bit of energy because the boss coming up is one of the more difficult ones. Definitely use rocket for him in my opinion. There's some energy. I think I just grab a burger and go on my way. I don't think I go as far as getting more energy and more health. Oh, I'm still farming, greedy motherfucker. Really? What am I farming for? Health? I don't... See, this is unnecessary now. I really could have went here. Like, oh well, it came quick. I'm still... Steve, you pussy. No death runs have made you play like a bitch. I miss Reckless Steve. Reckless Steve used to throw caution to the wind and play balls to the wall fast and hard. I gotta do more speed running. There's just no death run into making a coward of me. Look at this. My health is fine. My energy's fine. Oh, but now my health is perfect. I still get hit by that little robot. Well, you know, the thing is, though, I know this boss can be tough, and I don't want to waste a cheese wheel. That's the thing. I don't want to waste a cheese wheel. So if I go in with full health, see, this guy's going to hit me a whole bunch, because flying around is relatively difficult, because you got that shit moving across the top. Right now, we're tied. I took the lead. I'm almost dead. He is dead. Ooh. So, didn't waste the cheese wheel. And it's possible that if I didn't get myself full health there, I might have had to use a cheese wheel. Let's torch this place and get away! Ah! Come on, guys. With a good escape.
Let's torch this place and get away.
Let's torch this place and get away. It's a successful escape. Okay, we're moving on now to stage 4. We got 4, 5, and 6 left. This song's not so great. It's a very fitting song for halfway through the game. I'm not sure why. It just has that kind of composure to it that feels like you're into the game now. You progress through some levels, you know, you're familiar with what's happening. So it's kind of, yeah, it's like a real mid-range song. Wetsuit time. Watch how fast it slides. Any other suit and regular Power Blade guy, you move like molasses through that water. But not the water suit. Look at it just swimming so awesome. That just truly adds to the fun factor for me. To have the ability to use these suits Mega Man style makes it more of a power, people like to call it power mix, really adds to that more than the first game. You can use those fish to farm too. Insta-kill ceiling. Also, the bottom is just a pit, so don't go too close to the top and don't go too close to the bottom. I said there's a delicious burger back there. It's still a good song though. Yeah, be careful of the insta-kill spikes. Drills. Another energy tank. We're up to 5 now. And now we're getting our 4th cheese wheel. We've used 1 cheese wheel so far, so we would be 5 for 5. Again, this has a lot to do with the game rewarding you for playing good. Anyone who watches my No Death runs religiously, I'm not sure if there any of you are. If you are, jump in the comments and let me know.
Let's rock it!
Let's rock it. You will know that I often praise games that reward you for playing well. This is a game that does that, and I love games that do that. It's almost if they want you to beat the game without dying, and they give you the incentive with little rewards like that. Because if you're dying, using the shit, like I said, my first time beating this game, I got to the end of the game and I had no energy. I used all my energy tanks. I was low on energy, so I had to just be basic Power Blade guy, and it was pretty rough. In fact, so much so that I had to die and get some energy and strategically make sure.
Waste an energy tank. I wanted to switch out, but
yeah, see there, I got pinched there.
Point. So, anyways, we're gonna rock it.
Yeah, I got pinched there. I had to use an energy tank. It was out of my control because I killed the enemy, the boss, while I was still in my suit, and it still counts that time. If I would have switched to regular Power Blade guy before the end of the boss's death, I would have not had to use. I would still have 5 E-tanks. No big deal. Now the cheese wheel. Like I don't know. Like play this game. Let me know if you find it easy. The No Death run came quite easy for me. After preparation, I got it pretty quickly. But again, my first playthrough was a lot of death. A lot of death. So these things only slide through when it's going down. When it's going up, do not try to slide through. You'll get crushed every single time. Now I'm switching to my suits because you can shoot through walls. That was our first glimpse of the Patriot suit. I just got that by beating that last dragon. We have all suits now. Newt, Wet, Rocket, and Patriot. Missing every shot there. What the fuck? There's the Patriot suit. Great suit for defense from projectiles and stuff. Like those little green dog robots, for example. The Patriot suit will like home in on them and block their projectiles. The lasers block their projectiles. And yeah, just really cool game, man. Really cool game. And you know, I don't know if many people have played this game, but I do think they improved on the first game, and the first game's great. So that says a lot about this game. See how it's homing in on those things. The rocket's my favorite though. Like you get to fly. Like let's be serious. How awesome is that? Like flying around is fantastic, no matter what. And you know, I know a lot of people, shout out to Stampede Gaming and 21 Sandwich. Hell, a lot of people have done it with Ninja Gaiden as well. They like to beat the games without using the power-ups, which is cool. I like adding an extra challenge for fun. When you play the game enough times, you want to increase the difficulty and even go above and beyond. But one thing I do like about video games is using the powers. Shout out to Richard W. for attempting to beat Shadow Dancer without using the spells. See, my thing is it's like if I was Superman, hard boss by the way, and ironically, I prefer using regular Power Blade with my boomerangs on these guys. But if I was Superman, I would not be walking around. I'd be flying everywhere. I'd be taking full advantage of those powers and enjoying all of them. They do a good job here. These bosses are tough. They can kill you in 4 hits. Or if you go in with less, if you go in with like 3/4 health, 3 hits. You come in with a half a health bar, 2 hits, man. They do a ton of damage. Ton of damage. But yeah, no, I get why people do things like no power-ups. Let's touch this place and get away.
Let's torch this place and get away.
But yeah, no, I love using powers. So it's like you could you beat this game without the power
A
suit?
successful escape.
I don't think you could. I think there are parts in this game where you would have to use them, but you could limit the amount of suits required. Here we are, stage 5.
Let's rock it.
For example, you could go through here with your regular Power Blade suit instead of flying through like an absolute badass, avoiding all those lasers. But why? This song sounds like something out of the first Ninja Turtles for NES. Still a good song. So this is where the game really ramps up the difficulty. Level 5 and level 6. Level 6 is almost a surprise because as you can see it wasn't on the mini-map there. It only offers 5 levels, 4 of which you can choose from. The 5th is unlocked after completing all 4. But yes, it does unlock a 6th level after you complete this world. I'm gonna rock it through again. Get that energy. Switching out on purpose. We got cutscene. Jacqueline! Thank goodness you're okay. Something terrible is happening here. I can do better. I discovered the true identity of the president of the Delta Foundation is an alien from outer space. He is now spreading his troops all around, preparing to invade the Earth. That's my girl voice. The offer he made me to the government was meant to raise funds to carry out his plans of invasion. We must exterminate the Delta Foundation immediately, otherwise our days will be numbered. You better get out of here and leave the rest to me. Come on, get out of here, Jacqueline. Okay, so thought it was cool they included that little cutscene. It's a little more than the first game offered. This part's tough now. Using Rocket is a good backup plan if you're about to fall into those drills, but flying with that rocket can be difficult because these things will push you around. So, generally speaking, you're just going to want to go in on foot here. You can make sense of what's happening while it moves, but one simple mistake will lead you to a very, very quick and inevitable death. Like the level design of this too, is pretty interesting and kind of original. You encounter another screen like this. I got lucky there. If I would have jumped a little bit later, I would have hit those drills. So I don't know what I was babbling about before I read that cutscene, but yeah, the difficulty ramping up in the later stages here, and the use of the suits. The use of the suits really come into play now. I'm going to switch to Patriot, and watch how well Patriot handles this situation. They're instantly homing in, blocking those laser shots, covering them up. I still get hit once, but Patriot's blocking everything. I only got hit there because I physically touched it. Now we're going to switch to Rocket. Be careful down there. You fall in that hole, you'll die instantly. And if you let off the gas of the rocket, you'll drop and fall down real quick. So be heavy on the button there. Now we're switching to Wetsuit. Very Mega Man-esque shit here. Definitely paying tribute to the Mega Man series, no question. And this is where like it really ups the quality of the game to me. 6 cheese wheel. See, I'm hoping for energy to drop from one of the enemies because I'm getting pretty low now. My energy meter's getting low. And again, if I don't need to use an energy tank, though I have 5 of them, so it's getting to the point in the game where I can start getting very comfortable using cheese wheels and energy tanks. Handles so great when swimming. Do, 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 do. I was hoping he'd drop an energy tank. All right, boss. Area 10 to 10. Got through that quick. This boss is pretty easy with Patriot. See, those little things up top drop shit, but the Patriot suit will block them. He's already dead. He's already dead.
Let's go.
But you get here without any energy, and it can happen. You're gonna have a hard time doing it with just boomerangs. The floor collapsed, and a passageway appeared underneath. Contra much? Bam. Stage 6. Alright, we got 14 sections to get through here. Final level, and quite the nod to Contra, eh? Even the music has a bit of a Contra feel to some degree. At least that eerie, alien, atmospheric world, right? Well, as the girl mentioned, Jacqueline, the president is an alien from outer space. There's all the pulsating grossness. Weird giant frog cockroaches. Look like a hybrid frog cockroach. Oh. Kick back. I literally did the commentary for Power Blade 1 like an hour ago. So it's like, I'm just like, I'm all out of commentary. I've ran out of things to say. But the interesting thing is, though, when you play these games, you see what's happening, you know what you dealt with when playing, and it always provides something to talk about as we reach the second part like this. This one a little bit longer, this one a little bit harder. Now, you got a pit of death down below, and drill spikes above. Again, if you're about to fall, you can pause, switch to rocket, and try to save yourself in a pinch. And it definitely is something you can aim to do, but I still find moving along is the safest path because flying around can get sketchy. You might fall down in the pit, you might fly into the spikes. These things might push you into either of those situations. So it's just best to kind of inch yourself along. Not hard, not easy. It's almost like a puzzle element. Like, you know, you gotta have pattern recognition and make sense of what's happening. It's clever level design. There we go.
Let's go.
Not necessarily an easy spot, and a really easy way to die. Take the ladder. Just death spikes below. I can't believe that thing hit me, but whatever. Those things suck. Let's rock it. I love the rocket. It's so fun. Because when you got a ceiling like that, it's like really easy to fly fast and straight. See this bullet? Normally hits me. So I was really glad I was able to tail that bullet and get away from it without taking unnecessary damage. Yeah, I only failed one NDR. I got this my second try. That doesn't count preparation and learning the game. That's always like my process is play the game, beat the game. That's early preparation. Play the game again, try to understand boss patterns, try to understand the difficult areas in the game, try to understand tricks. As we're going to use the newt suit. The only way to get that is the newt suit by climbing up and in. We're going to use the newt suit again to climb up and in to get this cheese wheel. See, my first playthrough, I didn't know how to get that. And actually, my first playthrough, I didn't even have the newt suit. Because if you don't go in those doors where you fight the dragons, you won't get any of the suits. So I was actually surprised on my second playthrough when I got the newt suit and was able to climb on walls. I was like, wow, I didn't have that my first playthrough. So that was kind of interesting. And again, among other forms of preparation, like a second playthrough, like, I mean, not hitting record, just playing, not recording, just fart.
Accidentally wasted a health, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
farting around, trying
I
different
rationed them,
things.
so
Yeah, I was shocked that I didn't have that suit. Just fly up and over. Fuck them. I hate those green dog robots. Actually, my other no death run, I died here. Using the newt suit here was something I learned after I died here. Because I used to go far on the left and slide, and I slid off and fell. That was my first recorded NDR attempt where I died 46 minutes in. So I was like, oh, I died. And I'm like, well, maybe I can try something different. I grabbed the newt suit and climbed across, and I was like, oh, that's such a better strategy. I'm stuck. All right, where we at? Oh, here we are. Final. Oh, boss gauntlet time. Now we're gonna fight every boss we faced so far. Sick of doing commentary. It's been a lot of commentary Sunday. Boss is tedious too. Now, cool thing is your health does regenerate after each successful victory. So I defeat him, my health will increase. I think I used one cheese wheel of those 6. Seven men, that's kind of cool to see. So yeah, if you've never played Power Blade 2, I understand that this game, I think, costs roughly $500 to $1,000. So if you're a real collector, you should go spend that money and get this game. Otherwise, you're not a real collector, and I'm shaming you for being a fake collector. Go buy Power Blade 2. Or else your collection sucks. Or if you're a sane person who is smart with their money, hey, I teach the wrong. Collectors want to pay $1,000, forget this game, by all means, go right ahead. Your money, do what you want. Or if you want to try it, get the ROM. Download it. Give it a run. You know, I imagine some people who are seeking a complete NES collection might already have this game. And if they don't, well, they might want to buy it before it keeps going up. And, you know, maybe you got some PS1 stuff you could sell that's of value. Yeah, smoked them. But no, great game. It is a really great game.
let's rock it.
I wonder if I use the cheese wheel here. Because it is kind of hard to fly around and land shots. Yeah, I'm already down to halfway. I use a cheese wheel here. Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Cheese use a health anyways, just to be safe. Fuck it.
Probably.
I saved him for that reason.
Yeah.
That guy's dangerous.
He is dangerous.
This guy's also dangerous.
Yeah, both these guys
Back
are
to regular
dangerous.
Power Blade.
So slide kicks, I think they do 4 to 5 damage a piece. Like I said, you come in here with a half a power bar, 2 hits and you're toast.
Let's finish him off with Patriot.
Yeah, we're going to use Patriot for the next fight anyways. 2 fights to go. This was stage 5, boss. These fucking suits are awesome, man. This game rocks.
Fucking smoked.
Alright, final fight hype.
Now let's rock it one last time. So at last, you've come this far. I was a reptilian shapeshifter all along.
So yeah, switch the rocket so you can fly around so you don't sink in that green ooze because he drops shit in it and electrifies it. Does a bunch of damage, so just fly around. You could probably use the newt suit too and cling to the ceiling. But yeah, I dispose of him quick time.
Use a health just because?
Why not? I got him.
There we go. No Death Run, a Power Blade 2 from the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let's torch this place and get away! No Death Run! Power Blade! Come on, guys! Mission completed!
Power Blade! I need shades. Where's my glasses?
Mankind has been saved by this man again. However, his achievements will never be known to the general public. He is an SP and is not even supposed to exist in our society.
It's a Christmas game,
guys.
That is
No Dash Run, a Power Blade 2. Thank you.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is a Christmas game. I'll talk about that shortly as well. So I'll catch you out, guys.
I want to thank you for watching my No Death Run, a Power Blade 2. It's a Christmas game. It takes place on Christmas Eve. So every December, people should play Power Blade 2 because it's a Christmas game. It is a Christmas game as much as Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So it's debatable, but it's snowing. The opening game tells you it's Christmas Eve. Anyways, this game is awesome. I like it a little bit better than the first Power Blade. Unpopular opinion, maybe. Anyways, yeah, I really like the first Power Blade. I think the first Power Blade's awesome, but I do think this game's superior. I do think this game is superior when it comes to fun factor and controls. He just has more tools, and it just adds to the fun of the game. And the level design is quite creative, and it allows you to be creative with all the different suits. Play Power Blade 2, guys. It's fucking awesome. Thanks for watching my No Death Run, guys. I'll talk to you soon in the next one.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. So I just let this show here because it is a Christmas game.
See, December 24th, 2200, Xmas Eve. It's Christmas in the future. We still celebrate it. Santa's still flying around the world in Power Blade world. Merry Xmas, Mr. President. We at the Delta Foundation have just finished development of the Cyborg Unit, which represents the next generation of fighting robots. Yeah! We would like to sell it to you, our government's Department of Defense.
Reading, not my strong
Realize,
suit.
of course, that this cyborg would be a threat to the security of a nation if sold to a foreign country. Please consider our offer and respond in 1 week. The government considered the matter very seriously and assigned a top secret mission to SP headquarters. Your mission issued secretly from the Department of Defense is to destroy the Delta Foundation. It is our policy states we cannot get involved in events something should happen to you. It's Power Boomerang 2. All right, I had to include that because why not? Talk to you later, guys.